Hey YouTubers, it's that van guy again with another video. I'm trying out a different camera today because I was having some issues with my other camera that I normally film with, so we'll see how this goes. Today we're going to be doing a Hot Wheels casting spotlight on the Ford Aerostar. It was first introduced in 1986 in this burgundy example in a series called Flip Outs. With the yellow and red Flip Outs logo, and it was released as, or issued as, the Capsider. There are two different versions that were released in '86, but they had different names, kind of like a character car or something. So this one was issued as the Capsider in the 1986 Flip Out series. And then we have the other Flip Outs car, Ford Aerostar, that was released in 1986. This one has the red, yellow, and black TV Stunt Team logos on it. And this was issued as the Vulcan Van. The Vulcan Van in the 86 Flip Outs series. I'll take a look at the bottom and show you what they mean by flip outs. It kind of has like almost like a spring-loaded trap on the bottom, so maybe similar to a mouse trap. So it has a little button here, and you press on this button and it lifts this little spring-loaded catch or arm enough that you can kind of get your fingernail under there, and then you just flip it over and it catches on this little button here. And when the car takes a hard impact to the front or the back, or if this button is bumped hard enough, probably if it was dropped too, it would also work. The little pin slides back, which releases the spring-loaded arm. So I'll just release it. Maybe you can see it. See how it flips closed, and that makes the car flip to the side like this. So I'll give a little example of that at the end of the video, how the flip outs work. I'll send it down the track here in the background, and I don't want it to get banged up too bad because it's got a couple chips in it already. I'd like to try to keep it in as close to mint condition as possible. So I have this little case here that kind of has some material on the outside, so it will be an abrupt stop, but it's not going to be anything really hard that it's going to like chip the paint or scratch it, hopefully. And I've done it a few times. It seems like when the van, it's a little easier to get it to do the flip if it goes in the back way for whatever reason, at least in my experience. So I'll set the trap here, or set the flipper. Let me see if I can get some better light here. Set the flipper. Just press on this button here, and that lifts it up enough where you can kind of get your fingernail under it, and then you flip it over. Now I'll send it down the track, and we'll see what happens. See how it kind of flipped over? Now I'll reset it and send it down the track again without resetting this Flip Outs spring-loaded flipper, and you can see it should just stay on the track. See, it did not flip over. We'll try it again. Send it down the track without it being set, and see, it just stays on the track. But when the spring thing is loaded, we'll set it, snap it in place, and now we'll send it down the track, And see how it flips out? I guess that's why they call them flip outs. So kind of a cool, kind of a neat little thing. Just a demonstration on how the flip outs part of it works. Let's take a look at the next one in the series, or in the casting line, I should say. This one was released in 1991, so quite a space there between this Ford Aerostar casting. The previous TV stunt team was released in 86, and then the next version was released in 1991. That's this metal flake purple with the yellow spots on it. Pretty cool one. And then also in 1991, there was a white version with the Qantas logo on it in red and black. Another thing to notice, none of these have any interior in them. If you take a close look at the windshields on these, they either are blacked out completely so you can't see in, or they have like a mirrored chrome windshield. So you can't see inside the van. I don't think there's any interior in these, and that's all of them are like that. So that's kind of like a neat bit of trivia, that all of these Ford Aerostars have an opaque windows and windshield that you cannot see through. So there is no interior or no interior color because you can't see inside the vehicle. And on the back, it doesn't have a rear window. It's just kind of got louvers on it. So kind of interesting. All right, now after the Qantas one, they released in 1992 this white pizza van with the Speedy Pizza logo on it. Pretty interesting one. A lot of these have similar wheels on them. All the wheels are pretty much the same. When you get into the later models, it's differ just slightly. Okay, after this pizza van, in 93, they released this Rollerblade van, this black rollerblade van. So that's in 1993. This black one was released with the red, purple, blue, and yellow rollerblade graphics on it. And then after this black one, in 95, they released a Ford Aerostar casting with different wheels, and it was from the Photo Finish series. Most of these have all been metal bodies, but this one is a plastic body. Let's take a look at the base. This one is, maybe to save on cost, this one is a metal base, plastic body, where most of the other ones were metal on metal, I believe. Yeah, it looks like, yep, they all were, so far they were all metal body, metal base. This is the first example with a plastic body metal base, and that's from the Photo Finish series, and it has a multicolored Washington DC theme is the graphic that's supposed to be on the side, if you can make that out. Kind of cool, kind of like a picture, like a scenery picture on the side. Alright, next one in the series, and last of the regular releases, is this Kinkos Promo van. I'm not exactly sure if this was released to stores because I believe it just came in a plastic bag. It might have been something that was either sold at the Kinkos stores or given to Kinko employees. I don't really have a lot of information on it other than it was just a limited edition from Kinkos. I guess this wouldn't be a regular release. This is a limited edition from Kinkos, but it was released in 94. with this white, red, and blue Kinkos, the Copy Center logo with the chrome windshield. So that's it. There's also two more that I'm aware of. We have this example here. This is a color changer. I think it's called Color Effects or something like that. And what's kind of neat about this one is it's metal body, plastic, or metal base, plastic body, but it came with these little stampers. These little rubber stampers that you would either soak in hot or cold water, and then you just press the designs on these stampers against the van, like maybe, you know, like so, or on top, and then it was supposed to leave a little image on the side of the van or on the top or wherever you press them. I don't know how well they work. I didn't try them out, but you can see the van kind of looks yellow on one side and green on the other. That's just because the way I had it stored. The green part is like when it's cold. If you watch, when I hold my thumb to it and kind of heat it up, you should see that green go away. See how there's kind of like a difference in color? I'll try to hold my thumb underneath the windshield or the side window and see if we can get it to turn yellow from when it was green. A little bit. I guess I'm not super warm. But yeah, so it is a color changer. It's kind of cool that it came with these little extra stampers that you would just soak in hot and cold water and just press on the vehicle to get it to try to make designs on it and decorate the van. Also, there's one more Ford Aerostar casting from Hot Wheels, and I believe that was a special release. It was a special release that was the Hot Wheels newsletter promo. I've seen one on eBay for sale and it said Hot Wheels newsletter on it, so it might have been some sort of a mail-in or a special order or something like that, or maybe some sort of a convention piece or RLC type car, member car. I'm not exactly sure the details on that, but I have seen this Ford Aerostar casting with a Hot Wheels newsletter deco on it, or tampo. So it must be some sort of special release. I did not have that one. But that's it for the Ford Aerostar. That's the Hot Wheels casting Ford Aerostar. That's all the cars in the casting lineup. I have a total of 9. Like I said, with that special Hot Wheels newsletter version, I think that would make it an even 10. So those are the different versions in the casting line for the Ford Aerostar. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to thumbs up or give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any more information on this Ford Aerostar van, feel free to leave a comment in the description. Also, check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. And have a great day.